Hello out there, it's time for an MCC News special report. There's just been a trade in this league. And the reason this trade needs a special report, I just felt like very initially, we even had our defending champion James say we're just making trades for the sake of trades. And I think a couple people just kind of really brushed it off or very questioned the reason for this trade. So I just wanted to address it. The trade was between myself and our commissioner Will, where Will received Dalton Kincaid, an 11th round pick, 13th round pick, and a 15th round pick, where I received tight ends McBride, the tight end from Arizona, and Dallas Goedert. And I also received Will's 6th round pick and 12th round pick. Now, quick, why? My assumptions on why Will has made this trade. Will lost Dallas Goedert, who's been a starting tight end all season long, for the next 4 to 5 weeks. He has a bye week. There's rumors that he might go on IR as well. That would be a 5-week absence, which would be to the end of the regular season. Worst case, he's back for the last game of the regular season. I think McBride is maybe he's a something tight end, but he's going through another quarterback change with Kyler Murray coming back. Who knows if he has any value. But at least he's enough to be a starter for maybe this week. He gets Dalton Kincaid, who's a very promising rookie tight end. He's had a really good couple strong weeks here. It's really starting to come on. We can see how much of a rookie tight end like Laporta can make a difference in an offense. I think Kincaid is showing that right now. The big reason for Kincaid and with Will, Kincaid is a 11th round keeper for Will and for Will only. That's why he was very valuable to Will. Will drafted him in the 13th round. He has dropped him. I picked him up a few weeks ago. I spent some fab. So he was going to be a 7th round keeper for me if I was going to be willing to keep him. But because Will reacquired Kincaid and he was the original drafter of Kincaid, Will can keep him with an 11th round pick. Now that's very important. That is the reason why myself requested a 6th round pick. Because Will, a 7-2 team, trying to make a strong push for a championship here. And because he's such a valuable keeper, he was going to cost Will probably a little extra. And then maybe even Dalton Kincaid is worth it this time. And the draft pick exchange. I got a 12th round pick. I requested a 12th round pick back. For me, right now, I have a plan of keeping Kyler Murray. He's going to be a 12th round keeper. Gets me an additional 12th round pick. So I'm still able to draft a player in the 12th round. For Will, he gets the 11th, a 13th, and a 15th round pick. Now, Will, before this trade, only had 14 picks. One less than the 15th. Because of that weird trade with Jeremy early in the season where he traded a 10th round pick and Christian Kirk, which is available, could be a good keeper. A lot of people think he's going to be a valuable keeper for Tyler Algier when he already had a Bijan Robinson. It was a weird trade. So Will was short of draft picks. So this, getting 3 draft picks from only 72, this actually gets Will back to the 15th overall draft picks. He gets an 11th round draft pick because if he keeps Kincaid in the 11th, this still gives him another 11th round pick so he can make a selection. And the 13th and the 15th kind of makes up for that 12th pick he's giving. It just get them all together. Now, some people, these late round draft picks, meaningless, worthless. Let's just go back from this year. In the 11th round this year, Adam Thielen, Mostert, Tyler Algier, Rashee Rice, Laporta were all drafted in the 11th round. So you can find very good value in the 11th round. 12th round even. Kirk Cousins, Devonta Foreman, Cole Kmet, all contributing to fantasy. Cousins all year long until he got hurt. Foreman and Kmet has started to come on here. 13th round, CJ Stroud, Dalton Kincaid. So you can find these rookies that have value and maybe even keeper value moving forward. 14th round, Kyler Murray. You can draft a injured quarterback, have him on IR, or any injured player in any position. Nico Collins, Jacoby Myers, both very valuable wide receivers, strong wide receiver 2s, flex options just about every week. In the 15th round, Chuba Hubbard. Marvin Mims had a week or two here. Maybe he can still make a late rookie push here and could be a valuable keeper to whoever drafted him if they're able to reacquire him. Jake Ferguson was the last pick of the draft in the 15th round, and he's a very valuable starting tight end right now too. So you can see a lot of value here, and this is the reason why these picks, you draft players here, maybe not just kickers and defenses, because there's a lot of keeper value that you can have, that you can reacquire, even if you drop them later in the season, and now you have valuable keepers moving forward. This is the reason why it's silly drafting kickers in the 7th round, where you can draft position players that can have keeper value, that can be used for keepers to acquire better players or even to acquire them later and having a strong team if your team falls to like 3-6. But that's the reason for the trade. This is all Will's reasons. He'll let me know if anything's incorrect. But I think it's a very fair trade. It's not just a trade for the sake of trades. This makes us both continue our path the way we're going. I have 1 foot making a playoff push, one foot out of the playoff, falling out of the playoffs. So I don't know which direction I'm going. This kind of keeps me, I could go either way. This keeps Will as a strong team moving forward, trying to catch Lee for that number 1 overall spot. Well, this has been an MCC News special report. I'll see everybody in a couple days for the MCC News. To sign off, let's go Lions, fuck the Chargers.